Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you all tonight is the things I wish my students knew, or the things I wish my teachers knew, or whatever. What I did was I went in here, and I hope you all can see this. I went and I wrote it, I made a copy, and I highlighted it in certain ways. So I wanted you to see where my thesis was, even though my thesis doesn't list the 3 things, okay? So I wanted you to see what I did, and I want you to get an idea. So I have thesis, I have repetition, I used repetition here, okay? Then I've got my point 1, my point 2, my point 3, and then my thesis restatement, my conclusion, which is, and I gave you this, girl, it is actually in there, which is what the chapter talked about, but I kind of did it differently, and it's only because I can do it differently. So, okay, so here I go. We all go through things. So this is just an introduction. Remember I said, it said how you start introductions and everything? So we all go through through things. Some we share and some we don't. Everyone can't see what's going on in our head. If you could see in my head, you would know 3 things I wish my students knew. So I didn't tell you the 3 things up here, which you know, girl, sit down. I didn't tell you the 3 things because I put the ellipsis there. That's the difference, all right? But you would tell me, or in a regular essay, you would absolutely tell me, because that's your thesis. Does that make sense? That is your thesis, but I'm showing you. So I started my thesis, I didn't finish. So this is almost like race. So I restated, but I didn't answer the question here, okay? So that's why when I say with race, the restatement, the RA part is your thesis statement, okay? So here I just wanted you to see that I was using repetition with it, but here it says, here's 3 things I wish my students knew. I wish they knew when the day is over, it's over. I start fresh with them each day. This was my point 1. And I'm gonna show you, you get to understand what I'm talking about. So now we move down to the next one. I wish they knew again. Here, I wish they knew again. Because I love them, they become my babies for the rest of their lives. They will do great things. The world is theirs for the taking. So this right here, this color, this was my point 2. So remember when you're doing your essays, your introduction, you got your 3 points, right? So my point 1 was in yellow, which would have gone here in my introduction, right? And then point 2 was in a soft, a peach color. And then it was still repetition, but it should have been I wish they knew as well. So here's the last one, is this, and then I'm restating. I wish that my students knew they are hilarious and crack me up every day. And I pointed out, in order to not be seen laughing, I have to leave the class, so in order to not be seen. So here I am in the conclusion, when we were reading what we were reading from the chapter, it was saying how you have to restate. You mirror, the conclusion mirrors the introduction, okay? It mirrors it. You say some things in there, but at the end of the day, it's not going to say the exact same thing, but it is. It's going to say it differently. So I could probably think of, that needs to say many, not any, of many more things. I could probably think of many more things that I wish my students knew about me, but it's not necessary. What is important is that they know. So here we go, y'all. See how it is? If you could see in my head, you would know 3 things I wish my students knew. That's the blue. I'm looking at the blue, right? Go back down to the conclusion. I could probably think of many more things. See how I'm kind of changing the words of my conclusion? So the first point, when the day is over, it's over. I start fresh with them every day. Here it is. It's important that they know each day is a new day with me. So that's point 1. And then the second one, because I love them, they become my babies for the rest of their lives. What do they learn next? Point 2, I really do love them, right? And then they are hilarious and crack me up every day, and they keep me laughing. So those are my 3 points in my conclusion. So So you can see why I didn't put it in the introduction, because this was a different type. But do you still see how this is still the elements of a basic essay? It's the most basic of basic essays. But I want y'all to note how point 1 is in paragraph 1, as it talks about in the chapter. Point 2 is in paragraph 2. Point 3 is paragraph 3. But when you go to do your conclusion, you have to keep them in that order. You can't switch it up. You can't say, what's important is that they know they keep me laughing and each day is a new day and I really do love them, because that's not parallel. The reader has to know where you're going through all of it. Is that, got it? All right, any other questions, comments, or concerns? No. All right, so I will get all these posted tomorrow. Have